board. So my mind is all over the place right now.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, actually.
I do remember the scene, the opening scene.
So, hey, remember when we said that Faust was gonna get a big redemption arc?
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just happened. I mean, he's on the team now. I guess that's it.
Oh, really?
I think this might just be it. Like, he might just be done. Like,
I think the idea is that they're hoping that you'll sympathize with his goals.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, that's like, it's like I do sympathize with Faust. It's just his methods, like, he went nuts and like went straight evil, basically. And it's like,
yeah,
I understand what you're doing, but you're doing it in a really bad way.
Yeah, like, it's kind of wild to me how this series will just, like, it'll just take villains, and they'll just have, like, one sort of, like, sympathetic moment, and everyone will be like, come on, join the team, come on, buddy.
Yeah, well, this is the same series that gave us Evil is Subjective.
Yeah. So it's like we're just like, oh man, Faust is gonna have to, like, he's gonna have to, like, keep from getting, like, mugged in an alleyway or something, and he's gonna be like, have that moment where he, like, saves them or whatever, and it's like, nah, he just walks up. Well, choice of words, phrasing, oh my god.
He rolls up.
He rolls on down.
I guess another thing that they're trying to be like, look, he's a good guy now, is that he didn't do anything with Manta. He picked him up after he fainted, and he's like, I better bring him back to the party.
He literally just, like, he goes up to the group, and he's like, hey, I can't find any partners, can I join your team? And Ryu's like, no, screw off. And he's just sadly like, oh, alright, well, later then. Come on, Frankenstein, as dog's, like, whimpering, his little skeleton dog.
Yeah, Frankenstein-y.
Yeah.
The Ryu Lyserg thing is getting annoying.
Yeah, it lost its, like, charm pretty quickly, and that's just like, alright, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, because he's throwing a fit over the idea that he won't be on the same team as Lyserg, and like, I appreciate Anna, because Anna's like, no, he's on your team now, screw you.
Yeah, and it's just straight up like, oh yeah, this is the guy that beat you, right, yo? Yeah, he's actually pretty strong, and he has a good, like, move list, and can, like, round out the group.
Yeah, hey, you know what would really help your team? A doctor?
Yeah, a healer.
He's gone totally nuts now, but he is still, like, a licensed or, like, no, maybe they took his license. I don't know. At one point, he was a licensed doctor.
At this point, he's probably a back alley doctor, but he still does probably have, like, a PhD.
Yeah, the point is, Faust has medical training, and he knows how to, he knows how to be a doctor.
This feels like you're just watching Dragon Ball, and they're like, oh, we need someone to, like, help us fight in this big tournament. Oh man, where could we find a guy? And then they just look over, and Cell is just there, and they're like, yo, what? Cell's pretty strong. We could use Cell. Hey, Cell, join us. The weird thing is, I'm joking, but that's actually basically what happened to Frieza now that I think about it.
Yeah, there's like a 3-man team of Goku, Vegeta, and Yamcha.
Yeah, there's like,
Vegeta's like, okay, can we kick Yamcha off the team? We need freaking, like, Vegeta would never say this, but we need Frieza on the team. And then Goku throws a fit because he wants Yamcha on the team that badly.
like You just got your team and you got like you need 3 people, right? And you're looking at like Jotaro and you got like Muhammad Avidal and they're like, oh hey, who could be our third man? Well, we got Joseph here, and then Dio walks into frame and they're like, heck yeah.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is Faust is infinitely more useful than Lyserg and his dumb string tricks.
Yeah. Like, they didn't specifically pull it out. Like, Lyserg's not that strong, and Faust is really strong. Faust knows what he's doing. He's self-taught, and is very specifically like, yeah, I can, like, keep him under control because I could actually, for real, bring Eliza back.
Yeah, that's another great point that I didn't even think of. It's like, wait a minute, yeah, Anna can just bring Eliza's soul back.
Yeah. Like, I assume Faust has, like, Eliza's soul with him right now, but it's like, she straight up implies, like, oh yeah, no, I can teach him true necromancy.
Yeah, that too. Anna, like, I've said it before that, like, I really like Anna. I think she's my favorite character in this entire series.
Yeah, she's just getting crap done.
She brings the book that she needs to use to train Yo to Silva. I think it's Silva. And it's like, oh, that's great, but don't you need this? And she summons the 2 Shikigami that she defeated that were house familiars. And she's like, nah, I mastered it already.
Yeah, and now Anna just has guardian spirits.
And I'm like, freaking what? That's awesome.
Yeah, she just did it. Just that easy.
And I'm still sitting here like, why isn't Anna just in the tournament?
Good question.
Anna would be unstoppable.
Yeah, like, let's...
The girl is incredible.
Let's look at through for a second, right? Like, okay, she can send ghosts to the afterlife. She can bring back, like, any person in history to use as, like, a guardian spirit in, like, a pinch, basically, seemingly. Like, she could just bring back, like, any, like, source of knowledge or information she needs to learn about her opponents if, she just knows what to look for.
She can subdue monsters that were thought to be unimaginably powerful, like, with a single... and make them her, like, guardians.
I'd not be surprised if she could straight up, like, like, tie up an opponent's guardian spirit and just make it hers now. Like, this seems like the power she's dealing with.
Anna's power is incredible.
Yeah.
I can't believe that she's mostly a side character.
It's probably because she's a side character, honestly. Can you imagine having to, like, bounce around this?
No, I can't. It's like... but, like, why... I like that she's so strong. But why did they make her so strong?
There has to be a reason, right? There's gotta be that scene coming up where it's like, it's like, hey, we need to stop the fire spirit for like 5 minutes, and Anna's like, you know what, I'm on this. It'll be completely believable.
Yeah, it'll be like, oh yeah, this is a really bad situation. Hey Anna, could you just hold this for a bit? And she's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, easily.
Like, I don't think Anna has ever had trouble with anything. Like, even when Hal was, like being a weirdo and, like, pinned her to the rock, and she's like, oh, yeah, slap, other hand.
Yeah. Like, how stopping her slap is the most we've ever seen Anna struggle in any situation.
Yeah. She's extremely competent, extremely powerful.
Oh, man.
Like, she implies that she basically memorized and mastered everything in this ancient book that only, like, the highest of the high-tier shamans, like, Hal can master.
Yeah, like, think this over for a second, right? Like, she basically just read through it on the way over. She mastered it on, like, the effing helicopter ride to the place.
she's ridiculous. I love her. She's ridiculous.
Oh man.
Cut to like the biggest contrast of like Lyserg crying as the leader of the X-Laws is like hugging him and telling him everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another thing. Like, so
I'm not opposed to a vulnerable character and like they're not very strong or whatever, but it's like Lyserg's kind of pathetic.
I mean, yeah. Like, I do like him, though. Like, Lyserg's a good character, but he's like, yeah, he's not the strongest. He's not the best.
Yeah.
Lyserg is like an emotional, like, ball of nerves barely keeping it together. And the only thing kind of, like, keeping him from snapping is just this thought that he's this cool master detective who's gonna, like, totally, like, beat Hao on his own, which is completely misguided.
Yeah, that's the thing about Lyserg, is, like, even when he showed up, they established that he's not very strong. In this tournament of... How did Lyserg get this far?
Good question. I assume same way Ryo did.
Ryu's actually strong, though.
Because here's what I'm thinking, right? Like, if you don't know what to expect with Lyserg, he can take you off guard. Because he's fast.
I guess.
But, like, once, you know his trick, like, especially if you're in, like, a team fight, then it's like, oh, well, now I know what to look out for. Now I can just beat him.
I think I asked this before. It's like, how did he pass the thing where you have to actually manage to hit your instructor, or your tournament like handler or whatever?
Easily.
It's like, how did he do that? And then how did he beat 2 fights to make it here?
Lyserg? Hitting the instructor would be like the easiest thing ever. Oh, hey, Skeleton, sup, man?
Hello.
But yeah, he passed the instruction. He just hits his, like, instructor mark, because it's, like, his, like, effing spirit weapon can travel, like, 1,000,000 miles an hour and zip around, like, effing, like, 50 attacks a second or whatever crap.
Yeah, but the tournament, like, Silva and his colleagues are, like, all extremely skilled.
So hear me out, right? Well, if, like, Ryu fights one of the Chimi Moryo brothers, Lyserg fought the other one. I feel like that honestly makes sense.
Yeah, the bows is there, and they're pathetic. Lyserg could beat them. Yeah,
like, the requirement to entry isn't nearly as high as it would seem from the outside.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's just from our perspective, we just have Yo, who ended up forming a rivalry with another really powerful shaman.
Yo got all the bad matchups, like, immediately.
He certainly did. Even Horo was, like, a tough opponent.
Yeah. He's, like, the number one guy, like, to win the tournament was his, like, 3rd match. Out of, like, 3, because he lost one.
You're familiar with Punch-Out, right?
Yeah.
Lyserg is the Glass Joe of Shaman King.
Nah, I don't think I'd go that far, because we still have bows.
No, that's the thing. Glass Joe has lost 99 times, but there's one opponent. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's one opponent that he has beaten in his win-loss record.
Man, that actually does remind me, because I forget whose list it was. It might be, like, Fiery Jokers or more. There's, like, some YouTube video list of, like, the top 10 most pathetic fighters in video games. Oh, they get to number 1, and they're like, oh yeah, this spot doesn't go to Glass Joe. It goes to the one person who got beaten by Glass Joe off screen.
Yeah. I used to be subscribed to him. I got tired of seeing My Little Pony stuff in my inbox.
Wait, what? Alright. I don't really follow him that closely, so alright.
He's a brony.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
In fact, one of his videos was recommended to me recently, and it was like top 10 like animated show songs or something, or like TV show songs. And like, oh man, I wonder what number one's gonna be. And it's like this song from My Little Pony, and I'm like, oh right,
no.
that's why I stopped following this guy.
Man, it feels weird that there are like still bronies around, right?
Yeah.
Because like nothing against them, like I'm sure the show is actually good or whatever, or at least was at some point. I think I've heard it went downhill or something. But it's like, and it feels weird that would still be like a thing, right? Very, very odd. Very odd.
I don't know. They're probably like furries. Like it's like even if even nothing is happening with the community, it's like whatever. They still exist. They do things.
Yeah.
Bronies are worse than furries. Just saying.
Jeez,
Anyways.
I'm heavily debating whether or not I want to get into an incident involving a very specific jar that people probably know about. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna not. Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, that could go any number of places, and I've been on the internet long enough to know where they could go. So let's not.
No one needs to know about the brony jar.
Sorry.
Oh god, I just realized there's multiple jars. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, let's move away from this. I need to like see if I can map a mute button to my keyboard.
Yeah, that'd probably be good. But yeah, so right, where was I? Right, like I feel like if there's one thing honestly out this episode that I kind of like wish we got more of, it's like we got nothing at all for like Faust actually joining the team, right? Like he's just there.
Yeah, Anna decides that Faust is on the team, and then we cut to the tournament, and Faust is on the team.
Yeah, like, I know they're, like, speeding through it and stuff, and this is even how it's, like, handled in the manga. I desperately want to know how that, like, scene went down.
I have to imagine that off-screen Anna did train Faust.
Yeah, it seems to imply that, like, time has passed.
Yeah.
So, like, Faust probably does have new tricks, and we don't know what they are.
By the way, I'm remembering, I remembered something about the little scene where they're talking in, like, the streets or whatever, and it's like, Chocolove is trying to get everyone to say his name right.
Oh, jeez.
Where he's like, oh, my name is Chocolove. Like, he says it like we do. And then, like, the other characters are Japanese, so they're like, oh yeah, whatever, Chocolove or whatever, Chocolove or something.
Yeah,
like, I'm really bad at remembering how they say it, but they're Japanese. They don't say it like in a clear English, like, voice. Yeah, and it's understandable. And like he gets to a fight with them over it, and it's like, dude,
yeah, come on, man.
It's like a hindrance of like their native language. It's like your name is hard to say for a Japanese person.
So like, right, first match starts up like
I say about this Japanese voice actor playing this character. Also, there's a point where Chocolove says "what" in the most clear English accent. It's just a single word, but it's like he just goes, "What?" It's like I don't know.
So yeah, like, funny. How do you feel about Chocolove after this episode?
He's cool.
Yeah, he's cooler than I thought.
His powers are cool, and it's like, even though Ren is just like, yeah, you take care of the weaklings, whatever, and then like. And then like the bows, the two guys in the band are like, okay, whatever, sneak attack, and they just attack Chocolove. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh man, what a dirty attack! Just attacking out of nowhere. And I think Ren is like, nah, he's fine. And then Chocolove's like, yeah, I'm fine.
I kind of love that he just starts like freaking out as soon as he sees them, because he's like, oh no, these guys are house minions? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then it gets hit by like one of like the Chimi Moryo, which is like the thing where they just throw spirits at you.
They're little Chimi Moryos.
Yeah. And then Chocolove's just like, wait, I don't have anything to worry about with these guys.
I want to make a quick clarification. Chocolove does not get hit. Instead, his spirit literally, like, eats their, like, ghosts.
Right. He doesn't get hit.
He just forms his little, like, jaguar head and just eats him.
Yeah, Mick Jaguar eats the attack.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's Mick the Jaguar, but I'm gonna call him Mick Jaguar.
Yeah. Don't forget, this guy is on Team The Ren.
Yeah, because Ren is just like, it's like, oh, what are we gonna call ourselves? And Ren's like, The Ren.
Yeah, like...
It's like, oh, okay.
But yeah, I honestly do like Chocolove's power. It is pretty, like, unique and cool feeling.
Yeah, although they describe how he's using his power in a way that's, like, implying that we've never seen it before. It's the same, it works the same way that Yo's does.
Kind of? It's weird, because, like, in this show, it's like...
Episode 1, Yo lets himself get possessed by Amidamaru.
It's not quite the same, actually. Because they do, like, make a weird note of this, where it's like, he's not being, like, possessed by the Jaguar, he's just using his body as, like, the oversoul for it. Like, they make a weird note that it's, like, it's specifically, like, going into, like, his nails and eyes to, like, use as, like, a base. So it's, like, it's this weird sort of, like, more advanced sort of, like, odd thing where, like, he's literally, like, forming the, like, jaguar limbs with, like, the energy so he can, like, run on all fours and stuff. Yeah, and he's, like, kicking people with the feet energy.
Yeah, I understand how he's doing it and what it's doing and everything, but it's, like, the way they describe it, it's just what Yoda did in the first episode, where he lets Amidamaru possess him, and then Amidamaru can fight, like, in a body.
Like, well, kind of, except better, because he's not, like, being possessed by the Jaguar. He's like, he's in control, and he's just using it to power himself up.
I'm almost positive that they say the Jaguar possesses him.
I don't think it does. I'd have to, like, look back, but I don't know. I don't think that's how it, like, works.
I'm almost positive that those are the exact words used when they were describing how it works.
Like, I guess technically it doesn't really matter. All it really matters is he has cool Jaguar powers.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, dude's really fast, and he, like, runs around and dodges things and does cool claw attacks, and it's neat. It gives a big, like, soliloquy on, like, how badass Jaguars are.
Jaguars are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we mentioned it on stream yet, but, like, Chocolove's big attack is called Shaft.
Yeah. Shaft, in reference to, like, I believe it's like a blaxploitation film. I'm not actually sure because I've never looked up, but I know it's like a thing. I forget if it's like a film or if it's like an actor or something, but it's something like that. Yeah, it's just like, there you go. They literally create a character as like, he's like, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he actually is, like, actually from Africa, and he just moved to New York just so they could get all the blaxploitation references in. Because, like, otherwise, how would he know? And he makes this weird offhand mention of, like, this shaman technique was taught to me by a mentor in New York. To, like, infuse my body with this ancient jaguar spirit.
He allowed the jaguar to possess him. It's a special kind of integration.
Okay, alright, huh. Like, I don't think the Jaguar's literally, like, controlling him, but, you know, sure, why not?
I'll chalk it up to bad subs, because that's been a problem constantly with where we're
Yeah.
watching this.
Very, very weird, very odd.
But yeah.
I do want to point out there's a weird little one in the anime where they're like, the Chimi Moryo guys are doing their thing, so you hear their Chimi Moryo song again. It's great. And they're like, yeah, alright, yeah, no, we have to, like, keep out. It's time for the remix. And they, like, the anime accidentally kills its own gag. Because, like, in the soundtrack, they actually did put the effort in to remix the song. And, like, Chocolove's just like, what remix? It's the same song every time. And they're like, what?
Maybe it was intended to be like that. Like, maybe he's just like maybe he just doesn't consider a remix to be a different song. I don't know.
I have to imagine this is like a gag that was meant for like the manga, because you couldn't hear the music, so you just take them on face value that they keep playing the same song over and over again. Like they're just a one-hit wonder band.
Yeah.
But they actually did remix it, so it changes the context.
Yeah. So yeah, Chocolove's just beating the crap out of these guys. Like, to the point where... And they keep getting back up, and it's like, huh, that's crazy. Chocolove's like, if I hit them again, I'll kill them.
Yeah, like... So it's like a 3-on-3 match. He, like... First he knocks them down with Shaft, and, like, yo... effing, like...
asks them if they can take his shaft. I don't remember what the line is exactly, but he says something about them being able to handle his shaft or something, and I don't think it was meant to come off the way it did.
I'm sure it wasn't.
But it's very, very funny.
Yeah, like, he knocks him down, and, like, Pelokan, I think his name is? Whatever, like... Pere.
No, sorry, I kind of, like, stuttered. Peyote.
Oh, Peyote, right, yeah. Yeah, Peyote just, like, this, like, yo... Just,
He's a puppet master.
Yeah, he just sort of, like...
I'm calling it now. He's got, like, invisible, like, spirit strings that he's controlling them with.
Yeah, because he just, like, walks over and just kicks them while they're down, like, individually, to do something. And they get back up and they're like, no, we don't want to fight anymore. And they attack anyways. And, yo, effing, like, Chocolove beats the crap out of them again. And then they stop talking because they're unconscious, but their bodies are still moving.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh...
Yeah, so there is a way to deal with this already that I can see, and it's that don't hit them with a really big, powerful attack. Just knock them out of the arena.
Yeah, easily.
Because the Shaman fight does have, like, an out-of-bounds thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's something I should probably mention out this, which is super weird. This is, like, the weirdest crap ever. Because, like... Alright, so, like... I don't think there's really, like, anything major I cut out of the manga or whatever. Something weird they did change is you get a shot of, like, the audience stand is, like, Hao and his team are, like, talking with each other. And, like, in the anime, you know, they're just wearing their, like, you know, normal outfits, like, whatever. In the manga, they're all in, like, casual dress. So you can see Big Guy Bill in his, like, gigantic Big Guy Bill overalls that say Big Guy on them.
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, Big Guy Bill is sitting in the stand, so he's fine.
He made it.
And yeah, there is that scene where Hal's just like, oh yeah, putting them on this team was fun.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're really entertaining, just see them get wrecked.
So it's like Big Guy Bill's in his overalls. You see, like, the Chinese food guys just got, like, a weird military uniform on. And it's like Hal's the only one still dressing in his, like, battle gear, because he's just the weirdo of the group.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they did just copy that panel, because no one's mouths really move that much anyways, and it would cost just as much to draw it the other way. Like, I don't get why they did just give them the casual outfits.
I don't know.
I'm so disappointed by that. That would have been so much fun.
Yeah. By the way, they went to America to find the Patch Tribe, and then they got on helicopters and went all the way back to Japan.
Yeah.
And like, man, there's so many helicopters, and one of the instructors is like, "Hey, was it Silva or is it a different one?" I guess it doesn't matter, but
yeah.
Someone's like, "Oh yeah, those are the cheerleaders." It's like the families of like everyone in the Shaman fight who wants to watch. And like Ren looks out the window, and Tao In and like the rest of his family, like In is flying in like his dragon form, and like the others are in a helicopter.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this. Holy crap!
Yeah. Big evil Tao In is just like, yeah, I'll go watch my son fight in a tournament.
So there's something else they did cut from the manga, which is the like the guy flying the helicopter is like, yo, like they're making a ruckus in the back, right? And he's like, hey, yo, calm down. This helicopter is my oversoul. I don't think I can hold it if you roughhouse around back there.
I mean, the Patch Jumbo Jet or whatever was also an oversoul, so I guess that makes sense.
And one of them's just like, why are you so cheap? Why are you using your oversoul for this?
Because helicopters are stupid expensive, I'd say.
Because it makes sense, but it's also like, holy crap. This guy could lose focus and they'd all die.
It would make more sense. Like, I get that the helicopters, like from the jet and whatever, it's like it was to give them the impression that it's a normal thing and like surprise. But like, I don't know, for the helicopter trip back, it's like, I don't know, can't your oversouls be something a little more mystical?
Yeah, they sure could. But why'd we do that when we just make a normal helicopter?
Yeah,
I feel like that's just been the running like joke of the Patch Tribe this entire time.
Yeah.
Like, what they have was like the patch screen or something, and it's just like literally a normal TV, and they have some little like totem pole wings on the sides of it.
Yeah.
Handcrafted with traditional patch methods. It's like, why didn't you just buy a TV though?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. The whole thing's weird. I thought I had something else to say, but if I did, I forgot what it was. Oh, there's like a whole thing where like the announcer for the tournament is like, he's like in his traditional Patch Tribe gear and like he's speaking really formally and stuff. And then like the tournament actually kicks off and it like throws the outfit off, and he's like got like a commentator outfit and like he's got sunglasses and he starts yelling everything.
Oh man.
I don't know. It was funny to see him just switch to tournament announcer guy mode.
I like they just points out that they're like the turret ground is in like a little force field, so you can't throw things to interfere with the match. It's like everyone just throws crap at him for being really crass and rude to the audience.
Does that happen in the manga?
Yeah.
Okay, because that doesn't happen in the anime.
Yeah, it wasn't in the anime, was it? Yeah.
No, in the anime, he just informs the audience that they can't throw things at him. They never actually try.
Yeah, the manga, he, like, calls them rats and stuff, and he's like, yeah, you can't throw crap at here, like, interfere with the match, and people are throwing, like, cans and boots and shit at it, and they're just bouncing off. And it's like, yeah, no wonder this guy's just going for it, because he knows he's safe.
Yeah. It's weird with this anime because they're still doing like goofy jokes every now and then, but it seems like they're trying to make it way more serious than the original material is.
No, it's odd. I think they're just like cutting things for time, and they're just like, they're cutting a lot of little jokes and gags and stuff to like fit things in.
Well, even with like the thing where he's like, "Oh, you can't throw things at me," it would have been too hard to animate like items flying at the force field.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be, like, pretty easy. Just, like, point A to point B and then a bounce off.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not an animator. I probably shouldn't be talking about crap I don't know
No, it's
anything
fine.
about.
Like, that probably did save them, like, a little bit of work, honestly. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I imagine the people on this shore being, like, stretched kind of thin at this point.
Yeah.
Right, I should probably mention, we did get an our comment. And it did clear a few things up, which I'm, like, super grateful for.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so, like, first off, like, apparently Anna isn't, like, engaged to the Shaman King, she's specifically engaged to Yo. And she's just, like...
Anime wording just made it weird then.
Yeah, they worded it kind of weird, because she's, like, she, like, knows that, like, Patch is, like, someone who would try, like, have his way with her anyways, just for the sake of it. So she's like, yeah, you better beat him. So it's like, alright, yeah, fair enough. Like, if Hal becomes Shaman King, Yo's probably not gonna be able to stop him.
Yeah, but as powerful as Anna is, she could.
Probably not, but...
I'm almost entirely convinced that Anna is the strongest character in this show, even compared to Hal.
Everyone's, like, fighting in the tournament. Off to the side, you see Anna, like, sneaks over to the Great Spirit and just wraps the beads around it. Just drags it out of the Patch Village.
Yeah, it's mine now. I'm the shaman. I'm the shaman queen.
Yeah. She just, like, pulls it out here, just, like, goes to find Yo, and she's just like, oh, hey, this is yours now. Take it. And Yo's like, I don't know if she's like, take it.
Yeah. Like, I get it that they, like, if they don't want me to think Anna is the strongest character in the show flat out, then, like, show me that's not the case.
Oh,
because
man.
she's, like, as I said earlier in the podcast, she's ludicrously strong.
We need, like, a rival, like, spellcaster to, like, have an effing, like, like, spellcaster match with, where they both try to, like, steal each other's guardian spirits, and it'd be rad.
It's just so weird that it seems like if Anna was in the tournament, she would just clean sweep it.
Right. Another thing that was mentioned is that, like, we actually have met Yo's dad before.
Have we?
Yeah, he's the guy in the weird, like, Tengu mask.
Oh, that guy. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I forget if they actually, like, said that before at any point, but it's like, fair enough. That makes complete sense. Because he's, like... When Ryo has, like, his training, that guy's just, like, hanging out in, like, the Asakura family house, just, like, like, in a bath towel, just, like, watching the goings-on, and Yo's grandpa's just like, hey, put some pants on, idiot.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, okay, yeah.
I don't think it ever told us that was Yo's dad. It's just...
Yeah, so he probably just straight up, like, showed up and, like, helped, like, Monta get to the spot or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, Anna brings up that they brought... This is, like, the beginning of the episode. Anna brings up that they brought Manta with them. And Yo is like, what? Manta? And she's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And he's like, no, look over there. And it's just Manta, like, sitting on Faust's lap, super uncomfortable.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm sure there's, like, nothing I'm really missing here that I want to, like, bring up real quick.
I think that's more or less it, because the last thing that happens is they're like, oh, Peyote's controlling them. They don't say it outright, but it's like, oh, that's obviously what's happening.
Oh, yeah, there's one other thing that, like, we probably should, like, quickly bring up real quick, which is that it's, like... Yeah, apparently, like, Chocolove's lips were meant to make him look like a clown because he's, like, a comedian. and like,
his lips. Oh, okay.
yeah, that they took away from him. And it's like, that makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, that's good change. Good get rid of that.
There are other ways to portray that somebody's supposed to be a comedian without going clown.
That makes complete sense, honestly. Like, cause like, it's so easy to just look at like, racist cartoons and stuff and be like, oh yeah, that, but it's like, no, like, hearing the explanation, it's like, yeah, that actually does make complete sense. And boy, does it fall in a very similar vein to the other stuff.
If they wanted to go full on clown with it and give like, maybe not even like a full face paint, but like he's got like white around his eyes and like his mouth or whatever, and then he has like the makeup on his lips. Like it would still look like if you gave him enough makeup to actually make him look like a clown and not just the lips, I think it would have been fine.
Yeah, like I don't know if this would be like racist or more, but it's like, you could probably go him like face paint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have something that's like, like sort of tribal looking face paint that would be kind of like indicative of like clown features in some way. And that like
I don't know about the tribal thing. I just think like if they were going for clown, then they should have gone for clown.
Yeah, I'm probably overcomplicating it.
That would explain why his nose is as big as it is too.
Yeah. Honestly, it honestly reminds me a lot of, like, a character in the Promised Neverland named Crone. And it's like, I like Crone. Crone's a cool character, She's like, she, progresses the plot really nicely. She's a really effective villain and stuff. She's also, like, a large, like, 8-foot-tall, muscular black lady that's meant to be, like, really weird and comedic in a weird way. Like, kind of, like, creepy, and they gave her pretty pronounced lips. And it wasn't Chocolove bad, but it's also, like, it's to a level where it's like, I could see why they do this, and I'm fine with it, but also, boy, are they skirting that line,
Yeah.
Side note, go watch The Promised Neverland, it's great. Season 1's good, you can drop after that. Everything after season 1, drop it like a rock. So yeah, anything else we really want to get into or whatever? Like final thoughts?
Nah, that's all I had.